you start with this kind of cobbled together thing that's from other movies. And in that...
That's more like survival, though.
Yeah.
It's just trying to stay afloat until he turns up.
Well, it's trying to give it... It's like you put something in it and you go, it's beautiful, but it's wrong for these reasons. And at least you've kind of done some pre-sifting, so that you don't invite a composer in and you kind of go, well, it's a total blank slate. We have no clue as to what it is that we want. And,
you start to focus a little bit, and it helps me a lot.
By putting a piece of music on, even if it's the wrong piece of music, as Angus has done, not the wrong piece, but necessarily. But just
no, I have very
great.
But
you had to bring that up.
I'm sorry. No, but just pieces of music. What's great is you quickly discover what the scene is about for you, for David.
For all of us. We were able to look at it and your bullshit meter goes off and you go,
you know what, that's wrong. It's about what she's feeling, not about where he's going. And you can quickly figure out, oh wow, this is really playing to this character here.
How did you approach the score?
Well, you have to start by catching the, I guess, the elements that are offered to you, which is the journey of Benjamin, the love story, the journey to death, and all the sound elements, not only the jazz surrounding the protagonist, but also the voiceovers, the narrators. There are two narrators, Benjamin and Daisy, so you have to also interwoven with all that.
The score is, in and of itself, is really kind of Benjamin's journey, and then there's the world that journey takes place in.
At what point did you hear the score for the first time?
When Alexander you were doing it at
demos, yes.
Cassio's little demos. Then it was kind of feeding through. Casio up there.
No. He tempts with an accordion, so that can that's a little bit. That can be
a one-man band.
It's a little deceptive.
That's always the Christmas moment in a way for editorial, because you start to see the things start to glue together that you couldn't with a temp score. And you start to see these movements of the movie happen on not just like a scene next to a scene next to a scene, but a whole
sweep.
Yeah.
It was like it got sort of covered in resin, and there was areas where we would vacillate between performances or editorially.
Resin, not syrup.
No, it cemented it. When I sat there, when you were actually conducting, and this score came on, it took away all the question marks in my mind of scenes that were still active and alive. It kind of went, this is done.
And if only one thing had happened differently, if that shoelace hadn't broken, or that delivery truck had moved moments earlier, or that package had been wrapped and ready because the girl hadn't broken up with her boyfriend, or that man had set his alarm and got up 5 minutes earlier, or that taxi driver hadn't stopped for a cup of coffee, or that woman had remembered her coat and got into an earlier cab, Daisy and her friend would have crossed the street, and the taxi would have driven by.